Okay, attempt 2. So this is going to be a combination, and hopefully this attempt will be shorter, a combination between termination, conflict of interest, and mandate reporting, since I noticed I didn't finish my mandate reporting for this section, for this semester. So termination, I finished my placement 2 weeks ago. So my internship has decided to hire me on part-time, so I'm officially a part-time employee of Wiley Center. So that was great. And then, so we'll go into mandate reporting first, so make sure to get that in there. So because I'm an employee of Wiley, we had to redo my trainings. So I redid my training on mandate reporting, and I've been a mandate reporter the entire time I've been at an internship, because I work at an agency that also works with children full-time. So either way, I would have been a mandate reporter. But specifically, now I'm also a mandate reporter for Wiley because I work with children. So we went through the process of, if I suspect child abuse, I don't have to necessarily have any proof of child abuse, but if I suspect it, I can report it. So I fill out the form, I call into the agency, and then from there they make the investigation. So when we had the training over summer, they said it's very important for the people that report it to not make the investigation themselves. So that report has to be made within 24 hours of the suspected child abuse. And obviously I have to report something if I have any suspicions. So now to my conflict of interest. So this week, so the past 2 weeks I've been an employee, and I had a conflict of interest because I have a client who I've actually already provided services for at my full-time job. So I work full-time for Wraparound, and the families can either choose to keep our services or choose not to have services. And so usually when we have DPSS cases, usually they're not allowed that privilege to deny or accept. But this family decided to deny our company, but choose a different company, so they're still receiving services. So the foster mom had fired us from the case, which happens sometimes, and she went with a different wraparound program. Well, fast forward 6 months to a year, and I have the same client again. So this time, I'm in the school setting, and the school is saying, this girl has anger management. You need to see her. So my conflict of interest lies because I've already seen the child through a different agency, and now I have to see the child again through a different agency, so through Wiley. And part of my conflict of interest is because I've already worked with her. I know some of her triggers, I know some of her coping skills, I know her home environment, like her foster family environment, and I know some of her personal background, some of her personal history. So when I was dialoguing with her, I already knew some of the things that would trigger her. I already knew some of her coping skills, so it made dialoguing easier, but at the same time, in my head, I'm questioning whether it's ethical or not, because I have that knowledge from previous experience. So it's not something that I gained from working with her right now. It's something that I already had. Secondly, my other conflict of interest is the services that I'm providing in the first place. The school obviously thinks she needs services because she has anger management, but at the same time, when I was talking with her, I found out she still has wraparound services. So wraparound comes into the home and works individually with her for 2 hours a week. And then she also has TBS services, which is intensive services for behavior, and they come into the house 3 times a week for anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. So now we're talking 9 hours of TBS a week, plus the school wants me to see her, which is another like 30 minutes to an hour of a week. So altogether, this kid is going to have like 12 to 13 hours a week of services. And I have to think, is it productive or is it ethical for her to have that many hours? Not because I don't want to provide her services, but I don't want to overwhelm her with services and then her not be receptive to anything. So that's something something I need to look at and something I need to talk to my boss about, because I don't know if giving her a third service would be productive for her. And so I am done with Wiley Center, so I'm done with my placement. And I am so grateful to have met everybody, because you all have all been wonderful. And I wish you all the best in your continued studies and in your graduate program. Have a great night.